Good morning, Internet. How are you? I'm David, and this is the Pursuit Blog. And today is the July 4th weekend, Sunday for me, July 3rd. Happy birthday to my stepdaughter, Megan. But there's something, before we get to what I'm doing in this video, I have something I'm wrestling with. Because it's July 4th weekend, we're about to go to church. And, not because it's July 4th weekend, but it's Sunday, and we're going to go to church. I'm wrestling with, should we celebrate July 4th inside of a church? And this isn't a separation of church and state issue. For me, I'm struggling because should Christians wrap themselves up in the flag? Now, I'm very much a patriotic person. I love my country. But should there be a distinction made for Christians inside the church? What I'm trying to say is, I'm afraid that when we wrap ourselves up and identify the church with America, that we can lose sight of what really matters. For instance, if you take my video on illegal Mexicans that I did back last summer, you kind of understand where I'm coming from. And did you know that the average Christian in the world, the average Christian is a 20-something-year-old African woman? Americans don't get that. They think it's all about us. It's very self-centered. So my question, and we're going to a new church, so you will see as I wrestle with this today and how they handle the 4th of July. But today in our Drive by Jesus experiment, I'm asking you to read along with me in Proverbs chapter 4, and we are going to just kind of look at this as I go about my life today. Proverbs chapter 4, what really stood out to me was verse 15. Something I memorized as a teenager, and it really helped me out, just avoiding certain type sins. And it says, avoid it, do not go by it, turn from it and pass away. I memorized, avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it and pass away. Just kind of something that's easy and quick to memorize when you're just struggling with what to do. My question, another question, I like to ask questions. If you are a non-believer, if you don't believe in Jesus, does that mean you don't believe in sin? If you don't believe in sin, do you believe in temptation? Because I'm curious how this verse works for you if you aren't a Christian. Does it apply? This verse, this chapter kicks off a section of Proverbs where it's parental wisdom. It's kind of like a father talking to his son. And one of the things it says in verse 7, I love this. It says, the beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom. And whatever else you get insight. That's the first step. To get wisdom, go get it. So we'll be talking about this throughout the days. Keep watching, please. So we have a little time before church this morning. We're watching the closing arguments for the Casey Anthony trial. I think she's guilty. What do you think, baby?
I think she's guilty, but I don't know.
I don't think they're going to convict her. I would be very surprised if they convict her. The prosecution just doesn't have the evidence, I think. What do you think? Of course, you'll be watching this. They may have already come out with a verdict by the time you watch this. But it's interesting just to see how stone-faced she is throughout all of this. I don't know. So I'm laying next to my wife on the couch, and we look at each other and go, do you really feel up to going to church this morning? And we look at each other and go, not really. I think there's something to be said for just taking a Sabbath. I think it's very important to worship in a congregation, and I've talked about that before. But sometimes it's nice just to relax and enjoy rest. God does talk about rest, to take a day out of the week and just do nothing. Your body needs that, and you were designed to take rest. I forgot, it was a history class. We talked about some government, I think it was in the 1800s, decided to change up the weekly schedule and made it a 10-day work week and give people one day off then. And people were just having horrible trouble with exhaustion because your body's not meant to go that long. Anyway, I think we're going to watch the Casey Anthony trial. It's just fascinating and very disturbing to listen to what this woman has done. About to go listen to the defense. I'm up here editing a video that I'll be putting up today. I think it was day 3. Day 3's video. Today's day 4. Yeah, day 4. We're on chapter 4 today. So I'm about to go watch that. But the question still is, do you think that there's a place in church for patriotic celebration? You've heard what I think. I really don't think so. I think it's dangerous to the church to wrap themselves up in the flag. But I think it's perfectly fine outside of the church. But conversely, is there ever a time in patriotic celebration for the church? I'm very interested in your thoughts on this. And again, I don't always see it as a separation of church and state issue. I think it's an allegiance issue. What do you put first? Let me know your thoughts. I am going to go spend some time with my wife. Well, Internet, this is the way my day is shaping up. It turned into a honey-do list day. So, me, my wife, Jimmy Buffett, and some paint. So, we are painting some shelves for my daughter's room. While they're in Mississippi, we're surprising them with decorating the room a little bit better. So hopefully they won't watch this video. Anyway, so much for the couch. So waiting for the paint to dry, I have broadened my wife's horizons by introducing her to Pandora Radio, which is kind of saving me from Jimmy Buffett. But we'll be going to Walmart here soon. I'm trying to convince my wife to join with me in my study of Proverbs chapter 4 and the verse that I talked to you earlier about. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. I think that definitely applies to Walmart. Now, I love my wife. Baby, I love you. But my version of a relaxing day and her version of a relaxing day seem to be very two different things. We are on our way to Walmart, despite my protest, on 4th of July weekend. Not a big fan of Walmart anyway. But,
and Kroger, we are stopping there.
Oh, and Kroger too, now she's telling me. Thank you.
You're welcome, I love you.
I love you too. But I'm a good husband and I'm driving. Even though I've tried enacting my verse today, avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. I like to run away from Walmart, kicking and screaming. Anyway, that's what we're going to go do. Then I'm going to go try to upload my video for yesterday, and I'll see you in a little bit. We are doing something that we really enjoy doing. We love going to little flea markets and just looking around. My wife, she works at a antique store, a really expensive antique store, so we like looking at all these other places that have antiques and just looking at prices, and maybe one day we'll start our own business. Well, Internet, I just got done answering a bunch of things in my inbox on YouTube. I'm just horrible about answering messages, and I apologize for that. But this was going to be my last segment for the day. So do leave a comment down below. What do you think about this idea of church and patriotism? Interested in your thoughts. But I'll be honest with you. This is day 4, and I've got 3 days worth of videos, and then the intro video up, and I'm looking at the views, and I'm looking at the comments and the feedback, and I'm a little discouraged. I haven't even hit 200 views on any of my previous 3 days worth of vlogs, and I've got like 1,600 subscribers, and I'm just wondering if this is not something that people are interested in. And then the comments, almost nobody is reading and following along with me, so just pretty discouraged as I'm ending up today. But I look forward to any interaction with you, and I will see you tomorrow. God bless.